Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Segan Jacobs, and I'll be speaking with you in regards to protecting and providing incentives for whistleblower rights. I believe that for the sake of safeguarding democracy and accountability within the United States, that it is crucial that we promote the transparency and ethical governance while providing rights for whistleblowers and incentives to do so in order to strike a fair and just voting system. You might think, Segan, why did you get into this in the first place? It's totally off subject, but I was very into the whole alien talk on TikTok and other social medias, with the former military officers testifying before the U.S. Congress on Capitol Hill in regards to the extraterrestrials and alien aircraft. When reading several articles about it, you would see a lot of information about the existence of the aliens themselves, but not the people actually speaking out about it. If you pay attention, you see a lot of these people, the former military officers, have found information in regards to extraterrestrials dating back in the early 2000s, even the late 1900s, and are just now speaking out about it. It's interesting because Dave Krush, a reporter, had noted that a lot of the reporters and other military officers who had spoken about this issue are now facing retaliation about this. Lawmaker Robert Garcia even tells the witnesses that they are and have had a lot of courage to speak out about this. That's an issue. It should be a huge red flag that we as citizens of the United States are in fear for our life to speak out about something as trivial about aliens. It's wrong. In regards to how it affects our voting system and we as voters, we need to take into consideration about the subjects we are voting on. How are we supposed to make decisions in regards to our countries if we aren't knowledgeable about the good and bad things our country and those who govern it are doing? All right. A direct quote from Krotozinski from Alabama Law Scholarly Commons: "It's believed that the press obviously plays a crucial role in facilitating the process of democratic deliberation and government accountability, but the press can play this role only if journalists are able to obtain and disseminate accurate information about the government's activities. If the government isn't being truthful about what they're doing and they punish those who find out about it and leak it to the social media so the social media can inform the press and then to the citizens, that's a problem. The whole point of the Constitution, especially the First Amendment, our freedom of speech and press, is to amend the Constitution and to petition to change it when something bad is happening. There's an issue if the citizens of the United States are unable to speak out about this and are unable to do what the Constitution wants us to essentially do. I think the most famous whistleblowing case that a lot of people are made aware of is in regards to Edward Snowden. The FISA court had found that the NSA was illegally intercepting U.S. digital traffic through the PRISM program, as Origin's Current Events and History Record states, by David P. Hadley. This essentially says that the NSA was collecting not only information about the citizens of the United States without their consent, but also other allies of ours. So that wasn't the most important thing I took out of this situation. The most important thing is when Edward Snowden was pressed into escaping all the way to Russia for the sake of his own life. There's an issue if due process of law doesn't even come into account and they're just ready to assassinate this guy. You know, why is he, someone who's obviously speaking out about something that affects us as citizens, about the wrongdoings of the NSA, why is he not being protected? It's interesting that those who are leaking information in the aid of the government are offered witness protection, but then when they want to speak out against the government, what protection do they have? What protection keeps them from getting assassinated or facing retaliation like the former military officers who spoke out about the alien aircraft, there is no protection for them. And so these are huge cases, and they're quite far out there. But let's talk about, someone who's working in a smaller government-based job, someone who's working in an airport, and their boss is doing something illegal, and they are in fear for their livelihood, their job, and like their day-to-day income to support themselves and family, just for speaking out. That's an issue. We should not only be safeguarding these people and protecting them, but we should be providing incentives for them to speak out about the wrongdoings. How are we as a country supposed to grow and improve upon ourselves if we don't want to acknowledge the issues at hand and punish those who want to speak out about it? I understand that there should be a balance between whistleblower rights and the domestic safety of our country. What Edward Snowden did about when he had spoken up about us spying on our allies and basically leaking other secrets that basically put our country at risk. That's I don't completely agree with, but there should be a balance between the two for the sake of our country and for the future of it. Thank you.